Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon, the 27th of September 2023. And you, my friends, as always, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And Mogi, looking gorgeous as ever, mate. Listen, I have to apologise before we get started. I had to pull the blinds down in the studio. Old Keysie's getting a little bit distracted as we head into spring. So I hope you don't mind, mate. It's a little bit darker than normal.
You know me, mate. Doesn't interest me. Hey, bloody great to be here. It's Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hump day.
Yeah.
Hump day.
Sure is, mate.
Hey?
You getting through it okay, Mogi?
Yeah, I'm coping. Thanks very much, mate. Thanks for asking. Looking forward to the show. We've got some big stuff in front of us today, working out a few issues, and apparently you had a really embarrassing story, so I'm looking forward to hearing about that.
Oh, yeah, it was a classic Haughty J scenario. Keyzie, you mad bastard, how's life?
Yeah, really good, fellas. I was down in the dumps, but then I pulled into old Night Day and got a hell of a caffeine fix.
Oh, you're nice.
Now I'm good to go.
Speaking of which, actually, Keyzie recommended it, because I had a sudden urge for a coffee, Mogi.
Sure.
And he said, just have an Insta here, it'll be beautiful. And I said, is it a nice Insta? And he said, yeah, it's lovely. So I've had one and it's foul.
Well, just head along to any of our Instagram pages to see just what a delicious coffee Keyzie made and what he rates as being a delicious coffee.
But you can do a vote on it, the Hodaki Big Show on Instagram. So far, looking pretty damn good in favour of Keyzie.
Nice.
Hey, now, listen, as Mogi said, a big show ahead. Yes, something did embarrassing happen to me today.
Yeah.
Something embarrassing happened to me
See,
today.
it's funny because that was embarrassing just then.
It's the instant coffee. It's driving.
That was the least of it.
It's fiddling with my brain. And I believe you've got a very amusing story after 5 o'clock as well, Keyzie, which I'm really looking forward to.
It's the most amusing story you'll ever hear. We've also got relationship advice a little later on as well. So if you've got any questions, get ready to text them through on 3483.
Great stuff. In the meantime, let's kick off with a few tunes, why don't we? Here's a bit of Sublime.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Sublime there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Don't feel free, of course, to text us on 3483. Let us know how your day's going. But right now, it's time for
The Big Poll.
Very simple. Daylight savings, yes or no?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, is it obvious, Keyzie? Give us your thinking, brother. Break it down.
Longer days.
Well, the
Better-
days are still the same.
No,
Same
but
length,
there's more
The
daylight.
days don't suddenly have more hours in them, Keyzie.
25 hours in daylight savings, Jase. Come on, Keyzie, wake up.
What I'm trying to say is that the days last longer and it gets darker later, which means when I get home from doing the drive show, I can still go for a walk or something with my wife around the block.
Is that a reason
Or play tennis.
that you're saying it's a good idea?
Yeah.
So you can go for a walk.
So you can spend more time with your wife.
Well, I think that's a pretty damn good reason.
Right.
What's your reasoning? What's your vibes?
I find it hard to sort of get used to daylight savings when it first kicks in. So at the moment, I normally go to bed at about 9:30. Eyes to the front, Keyzie. But at the moment, I'm going to bed about 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Steamed. And
Yeah,
that's because of daylight savings.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not, though, is it?
totally.
I mean, daylight savings isn't forcing you to responsibly
Well, I think it
get steamed.
it gets your whole body clock out of whack. That's
It
a
does,
problem.
man.
You know, and I mentioned it yesterday, I think, on the podcast or the show. I was driving home last night, and I was like, hang about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, why aren't the light... Is there sun in the skies? You know, it was right in my eyes on the motorway then. I was like, what the...
I just sort of, I feel the same way. I get a little bit woozy, and I lose time, man. And next thing you know, I'm down the bottle-o.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at the pub.
Yeah.
We're sort of coming to in the bushes next door.
Sure.
And that's all because you get an extra hour
Daylight
of
savings,
light.
man.
Wow.
It's out of it.
It does.
It messes with my clock.
Yeah, it's been proven to mess with your body clock.
Yeah.
Totally. And, you know, I know I've mentioned this before, but the birds...
Oh, man.
Mate,
starting to freak me out.
I was going home last night, and I've said this before, but the cacophony in the trees
I know.
of just tweeting birds, and I was like, what the... what is going on?
I know, man.
You know what I mean?
know.
Totally.
I have that at home as well.
The birds. Yeah.
They used to wake me up about 5:30. Now they wake me up at 6:30.
Yeah, well, it's an hour later, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how daylight savings works.
I tell you what else happened to me last...
So that is messing with them as well. Their body clocks are all out of whack.
No, they're
of course,
normal.
Of course they are. You know, I pushed the pedestrian crossing the other day.
What
Mogi.
noise does that make again, man? Actually, Keyzie, you do a good impression of one of those, man.
Of what?
Of what?
The crossing button thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you sort of go click, click, and then it's like...
No, it's a
So
different one.
anyway, yesterday I pressed it, right? Because, you know, there was a bit of traffic and I thought, I'll wait for this. It was so light, I couldn't even see the red or green man. And I was like, what is going on?
And then what happened?
Well, then it went, and I went, I had to go by noise rather than sight.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Hey, now listen. God, sorry, it's the instant coffee. Let us know your thoughts on 3483. If you've got a really strong opinion, give us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
That's right. For doing both, we have got $50 night day vouchers to give away, so get stuck in. And Jase, you won't believe the song that's up next.
Oh.
It's the Birds again.
Oh my God, the Black Crows.
Oh, God.
What the?
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the Black Crows there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, 15 minutes past 4 o'clock. Great to have your company if you're just joining us. The big poll today, daylight savings, yes or no? And I will say this, fellas, my wife's gone early on getting rid of the winter sheets on the bed. And I'm not happy about it.
Can I ask you, Jason, when you say winter sheets, do you mean your flannelette?
Yeah, flannelette sheets. Yeah, so we've got winter sheets and we've got summer sheets. And I think because we've had a bit of sun of late, she's gone, okay, we're in summer now, so I'm going to change it over. Froze my bullos off last night.
Well, that's the thing. It's not the end of the cold weather. There's just going to be more warm nights.
She was massively pre-ejaculative.
With the blankets?
With the blanket, with the sheets.
Can you apply that adjective?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a similar situation. We've got a duvet that you can click together. So in winter, you've got two layers in the one duvet.
Yeah.
And it's nice and snug.
You paid $2,000 for that, eh?
No, it was $1,000, and we got it half price.
Because you had vouchers and stuff.
Because I had vouchers. But my wife's gone and taken off the winter layer, and now we've just got the summer layer. And it's way too early, and once again, I froze my balls off last night too.
Just to let people know this, in case you don't know, Keyzie goes full nude in bed, by the way.
Yeah,
so
as
he doesn't have any insulation.
No, that's right. And I find that as well. When I go to bed at night, I'm fully nude. But it does get cold around 3 a.m, so I've always got a pair of socks beside the bed. I'm awake most of the night anyway. And maybe a pair of undies to chuck on, because I find I get a bit cold around the middle there, Keyzie.
Sure.
Right, okay.
I go full nude as well, just for the public record. But I do have one sock on, yeah.
Oh, which foot?
Pardon?
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for just cooling your jets and holding your horses, man.
Sure.
Holding your... Can you write that down, Keyzie? Holding your horses. It means just wait a minute.
Am I still writing things?
Hold your horses.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a little bit unsure of itself. It's almost got a split personality, the weather, when it's in between the seasons there.
Yeah. You get your wet and your cold still in springtime.
Oh, you do.
The thing is as well, it was nice and sunny for a few days up here in Auckland, which was nice, so we took it off. And by we, I mean she did. And then as soon as it was off, boom, been raining constantly.
And cold.
And freezing.
Is it true that you were chanting, take it off, 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 take it off?
No, it's not true. I don't know where that came from.
Hey, now my prediction on this poll.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you can vote Hodaki Big Show's Instagram story.
Yes, go and let us know. 95% yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's huge, Mogi.
87% yes.
So 95 yes, 87 yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Go onto the Instagram and check it out in the meantime. Have your say, New Zealand. Have your say.
So good. Couple of shout-outs here. One for Thomas, who thinks daylight savings can go and F itself.
Oh,
interesting.
Whoa.
Shout-out to Guy, who's driving his mother-in-law around, and he's pretty sick of her.
Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Shit! the Deftones here on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Fellas, had a rather embarrassing moment today. You'll be aware of the fact that I've bought a new car.
Oh, the Nissan Teeter.
Yeah, just by the way, you mentioned this last night, Mogi, about the survey. My new Teeter, yes or no?
Yes.
Turned fully around, mate. 90% yes.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Which was inevitable. But anyway, so I had this other car to get rid of, right? My daughter's car, which was poked. The mechanic said, just get rid of it.
What was the make and the model, just so I can picture it, and the colour if you can?
I think it's called a Daihatsu Syrian.
Yes.
So it's just
probably white or blue.
No, it's blue.
Oh,
yeah,
blue.
just a pokey little get
like
from A to B
early
kind of number.
2000s little micro hatchback thing.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Well, it is, Jase.
I don't know, man. I just bought it for my, it was $1,200.
Well, if you didn't just buy it, maybe next time you'll still have it and it'll still run.
$1,200, and that was 5 years ago,
Right.
Keyzie.
Hey, guys. Jase, can I hear the rest of your story, man?
Thanks, mate. And so anyway, my daughter called the wreckers and brought her car over to be dumped. And he came over yesterday and took the car key for it.
Sure.
And we thought he was going to actually pick it up yesterday, but he didn't. But anyway, he turned up today. And it was another dude, apparently. And he comes down the drive and he starts talking to me. And I was like, oh, that's a really interesting accent. I don't know what that accent is. And I was trying to place it. But anyway, that's by the by. He said, do you know where the key is? And I said, oh, no. Apparently a dude came over yesterday and he picked up the key. And he said, oh, no worries. I'll go back to the truck and I'll give the boys a call and see where they've left the key.
So far, so good.
So he comes down. And as he is walking down the drive, and I'm just standing by the car in the drive, gives me the thumbs up, and I go, great. It was in the hubcap, it turned out. Pulled the hubcap off, and there was the key. He gets in the car, and then he starts sort of tootling with the car, but at the same time, while I'm standing there, he starts talking. And he's talking away.
Oh, God.
And I'm standing there, and I'm going, is he talking a completely different language? And initially I couldn't quite make out what he was saying. And then I went, oh, my God, he's talking another language. I don't know what this language is. Does he expect me to understand what he's saying? And it was some Middle Eastern or something like that. I'd literally never heard this language before. And we were about 30 seconds in, and he was chatting away 30 seconds in, and I went, sorry, man, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And at this stage, he was ripping off the the license plate. And he sort of looked up and gave me a weird little look. And then he carried on talking. And it was in his native tongue, I assume.
Yeah.
And he's chatting away there for about 20 or 30 seconds, and I was going, oh my God, this is a classic Hoity J moment. What the is going on? I don't know what's happening. And so once again, I went, I'm really sorry, man. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. And he looked up at me and he cracked up and he went, oh, no, mate, I'm just talking to the boys back at the depot. And it was then that I noticed that he had, like, comms on.
An earpiece.
An earpiece and stuff. And I went, oh, my God, you massive marnus. But it got worse from there.
Oh, good.
Because then he opened up the boot and I hadn't taken my dillies out.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Live there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 4:38. Now, listen up, all you tattoo lovers. Roll up your sleeves and get your tats out because Radio Hodaki is proud to present the New Zealand Tattoo and Art Festival, TSB Stadium, New Plymouth, November 25th and 26th of November. And you don't even have to be a tattoo enthusiast, Mogi. You could just go along for the fun.
Just have a gaze at all the freaks.
There's going to be like live music there, heaps of food, some of the most legendary tattoo artists from all around the world as well. 2 full days at TSB Stadium down in Taranaki, and Radio Hodaki's got a hell of an opportunity for you. If you head to hodaki.co.nz, you can get yourself in the draw for you and a mate to be sent there with free flights, free accommodation, free tickets, and also $500 to get your ink topped up.
Yeah, so good,
How good's that, man?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. I'd actually be keen to go along. I've actually been, we talked about it yesterday a little bit, thinking I should just go full body tat.
Right, so you go from nothing to everything.
Mate, you're so sculptured and you're so cut and tight. And I'm just trying to, and it would so suit you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You full body,
I think so,
face.
Man. Oh.
Or just up to your neck?
No, that's the money maker. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
up to the neck and under, under the chin there and all the way up to.
So like a full suit,
chin there.
wetsuit almost.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'll do. It'll be a wetsuit. It'll
Yeah,
look like I'm in
yeah.
a wetsuit, and I'll have the brand just on the back of the neck there.
What brand? Like body glove?
Body glove would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, that'll be amazing,
How good
Logie.
would that be?
Might cost you a few bob. A lot of ink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it sponsored.
Sure.
By Body Glove.
Body glove,
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this yesterday as well, fellas. I thought about it overnight, and I think if I was to get a tattoo, I'd probably get a tattoo of my first pet. It's German Shepherd. Got really attached there when I was a kid.
What was its name?
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony the Alsatian.
Tony the Alsatian. She was run over by a dog. I remember when I was a kid, it really
She was run over by a
sorry,
dog.
by a car.
Jeez, that must have been
Oh,
a big
jeez,
dog,
that's
Keyzie.
no-
That's terrible, mate.
Sorry.
Was it a
Alsatians-
St. Bernard or something?
Alsatians are quite big, aren't they? So
They're big
Yeah.
Nah,
units.
It's got
fellas, if
run
you
over.
could just trying to be, quite deep and meaningful here. I accidentally said she was run over by a dog.
you accidentally said she was run over.
Yeah, I mean run over by a car.
Oh,
Right.
that's
Oh.
different. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
much bigger than dogs.
Yeah.
Well, it depends, but yeah.
Well, the dog
I
was
mean,
driving
most
the car.
Syrian's probably about
What?
the same size as a St. Bernard. But sorry, Keyzie.
Yeah. So I'd probably get that, maybe on my arm with a little love heart around it or something like that.
I don't know, man. It's sort of, and don't take this the wrong way. This is just food for thought. I don't know if you want to get a tattoo of a dog who's been squashed all over the road. Like, that'll only bring back the bad memories, right? Blood and guts and that.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to be before that happened, before I got run over by the car.
Oh, so it's just
being
got like
driven by the
just
St.
got
Bernard.
just got a terrified look on its face.
No, just
Right.
a regular happy look. Actually, Flagger, I'm not going to get one. Hodaki.co.nz though, go into the draw. We're drawing that this Friday.
Here's Queen to the Stone Age.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Naked and Famous there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. The time is 4:49. Now, for those regular listeners to the show, you'll know that over the next 3 months, Mogie's a single dad.
Yeah, that's right.
Dramatic stuff.
Yeah, my wife's left me, as I was saying, and it's just going to be a trial period to start with, just 3 months.
Well, is that what it is? Because I thought she was just down moving for work and then coming back.
Yeah, that's how long the film is. Yeah, it's 3 months.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just me and the kid.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You know?
nice.
Yeah.
Which brings us to this.
1.5 movies. That gets better every time I hear it.
Yeah, same here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
When I first heard it, I thought it lacked a little bit of rhythm, but
Yes.
now, really good.
Well, I thought Keyzie was way off.
I was.
Yeah.
You're the one going, meh, 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 meh.
Guys.
Oh,
So yeah, it's been almost 36 hours now since my wife left me.
Jeez.
temporarily left you, yeah.
Early days.
Yeah, it is. And so today, my daughter had to stay home from school because she's sick. She's 4 years old, by the way. So she's real sick. So I went to wake her up. She hadn't gotten up, and went in there, and she was just like, I got a sore tummy. And so yeah, I was like, oh God, well, I don't want to send her off to school like that, because she might give it to the other kids, even though those little bastards gave it to her.
Yeah, probably gave
I
it
should
to
send
her.
her back there for revenge, Keyzie.
Yeah,
to be honest with
totally.
you, man.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
But I didn't,
Yeah, okay.
because I'm a backbone. And
Totally.
so I kept her. I said, we'll just see how you're feeling in about half an hour or so, all right? You just wait there and we'll see how we're going. Came out, nah, Dad's still not feeling good. So I said, all right, well, you can stay home today and watch TV and that. And she cheered right up, man.
Yeah.
She was absolutely brand new, actually. I haven't seen her that good for, I don't know, since my wife was there, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
Wait, so she's all good now?
Brand new, man.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you
brand
send her to
new.
school then?
Because I said at the start of the sentence, all right, we'll keep you home.
Yeah,
She's
and you can
like,
watch
she's
TV.
like, oh, thank you. And I said, you can watch TV. And she's like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So she went, yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, boy. She's like, to-doos.
Wow.
She's already
Yeah.
turning the screws on Dad day one.
How's that?
Wow, I mean, it sounds
Huh?
to me
But-
like she's faking it. She's not really sick. She just wants to watch telly, is what I'm thinking anyway. But I don't know. I don't have kids.
No.
You don't think
When
so?
you're a parent, you can tell, man. You can tell.
Yeah.
Why? What was she? Was she throwing up or anything?
No, all the symptoms seem to clear up. Once you got in front of old Paw Patrol there. I said, well, what do you want to have for breakfast? Because generally she'll have oatmeal. She always says she wants muesli, but you give her the muesli, she doesn't eat it. She's like, oh, Dad, I just want ice cream. And I was like, okay, you can have some, but, not too much. She's like, bring me the container. I was like, all right, but...
Don't eat all of it.
Once that's gone, that's it, okay? She's like, yeah, boy, to-douche.
Wow. It just doesn't sound like she's super sick to me. But
Well,
once again, I
that's
don't know.
because of the way that I'm parenting her, Keyzie.
Right.
Yeah,
So, you got to lift their spirits, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
okay.
It's excellent parenting, Mogi.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
I've been down that road too, and I can
Yeah.
just say you're right on track there.
Right. Oh, well, that's good, man. So it's all
so-
going tickety-boo.
Yeah, I think it's much like I think my wife was a little bit worried about how we'd go. I mean, I spoke about the fact that she's prepared 60 meals for us.
Sure. Well, I was going to say takeaways tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not eating that garbage.
Bit of-
Mrs. Cook.
Bit of Macca's.
Not falling into that trap.
Yeah.
The trouble is, if I start, feeding the food that my wife prepped for my daughter, the missus will think I'm not up to it.
Sure.
So, fish and chips tonight, boys.
Nice.
Sweet.
She said, what's for dinner, Daddy? I was like, fish and chips tonight, mate. Fish and chips tonight. She's like, yeah, boy!
So cute.
Oh, very good.
Did you see there's a Paw Patrol movie coming out?
Yeah. Pretty pumped about that, man.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, a bit of David Bauer to finish the hour. Coming up immediately after 5, of course, relationship advice. If you're in a relationship at the moment and you need some advice from experienced fellas like myself and Mogi, text us 3483. With that in mind, by the way, we've got night day $50 vouchers to give away for all those people that text through. We'll go through them and select a couple of lucky winners. So make sure you text us 3483, relationship advice after 5.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, welcome back, you mad bastards. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. Hey, now, if you missed the big poll today, the big poll, very simple, daylight savings, yes or no?
Yay or nay?
Indeed.
C or no?
None.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yes or no, you can vote on the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story.
Yeah.
Hey, also coming up next, of course, relationship advice. So if you need some relationship advice, text us 3483.
And
Yes,
can I
Mogi?
get any questions from the ladies out there? We're never a shortage of men, but any woman out there looking for some relationship advice?
Well, I just think in general, when you think about it, men tend to be more brainish when it
Fully.
comes to relationships, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Your women tend to be a little more onto it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think they're still sort of a little bit confused by the things that the male might get up to.
Indeed.
We can clarify.
I was going to say, often they'll be wondering why they are going out with such a brain.
Thank you.
So text us 3483 in the meantime. Let's kick off the hour with a bit of she-hard.
And don't forget as well, everyone that texts through on 3483 for relationship chat and the draw for a $50 night day voucher.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
I love you so much.
We need to talk.
I'm going out with the boys.
Hey, babe, have we got anything on this weekend?
Relationship advice with Jase and Mike. Yes, indeed. Well, as experienced men of the world, we like to offer our services to those people that are struggling in their relationships at the moment, or maybe not even struggling. They might want some advice about how to, heat things up or
That's true.
advance things.
Yeah.
What have we got there, Keyzie?
Keep those texts coming in, 3483. Everyone in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher. Here's a really good one, actually. My girlfriend of 11 years wants to get married.
Oh, God.
Trouble is, I'm already married. Please help.
Well, I actually, on this one, you're the one that should be giving out the advice here, Keyzie, shouldn't you?
What do you mean?
Well, you're married and you've got a fiancé.
Oh, no, Jase. See, I accidentally called my wife my fiance one time. I don't have a fiance and a wife.
The cat out of the bag.
Yes, yeah, I reckon.
Well, I don't know, man. I think something probably romantic.
Yeah.
You've done it before, so you should know what does or does not work. So
Well, hang on.
it depends, and you'll know who better than we do. Outdoorsy, at a restaurant, in front of a crowd, or more private.
Sure.
But he's already married.
Can you remember your proposal there, Mogi?
Yeah.
Yeah. True story. If you were to know how I proposed to my wife, you would both be appalled. But I'm not telling you how. I'm not telling you how I did it.
Well, this is the beauty of your memory, Hoodie J. You've already told us.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. We'll talk about it off air. But
Have I really?
Yeah. And
Look,
I
Pug's
was shocked actually that you told us. I was disgusted, obviously. But anyway, this isn't about you.
Yeah.
Should be.
More questions coming in on 3483. This is a really nice one from Dazza. All right. G'day, boys and Keyzie, you massive backbone. My wife-to-be is amazing. She does everything for me, and I don't do much in return. Advice on what I could do for her would be awesome. Even a night and day voucher might do it. Cheers.
You don't want to build expectation in a relationship, I find.
Here.
Yeah. It sounds like you got yourself in a pretty good place there, my friend.
Exactly. Don't rock the boat. Do not rock the boat.
What? See, my vibe is that she'd really appreciate anything. A gift, flowers.
Whoopsh, whoopsh.
Totally. Hey guys, a girl moved to New Zealand thinking she was my girlfriend, but I don't want to see her now. What do I do? Cheers. That's a
Sorry,
tricky
say
one.
that again. A girl moved to New Zealand thinking she's my girlfriend, but I don't want to see her.
Well, do you want me to read it out again, or do you want to just do it verbatim?
Right, okay.
Yeah. Ghost her. Just change your phone number and that.
Well, or you can have an honest conversation, because she's moved all this way for you, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Well, I don't think you want to waste her time. She needs to get back to the airport.
Right.
Exactly, yeah.
So good, fellas.
Is that a dilly in the background there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's my bad, fellas. Hey, keep those texts coming in on 3483. In the meantime,
Can you lay it down, Keyzie?
what's that?
The dilly.
Why? What are you going to do
Well,
with
I'm
it?
just finding it off-putting. Oh. Shoot!
Shoot.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Oh, yes, indeed. Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show Wednesday afternoon, 27 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, the 2024 Black Clash down at Mount Maunganui. I think it's January 20th, isn't it?
That's right. It's Saturday.
Saturday, cricket versus rugby with a very exciting addition.
Oh, can I say?
Yes.
Hansi Cronje.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
He's making a long-awaited return.
Because I thought it wasn't him.
And Brian Lara as well.
yeah.
Sorry, I always get those two mixed up.
Do you?
Oh, is he not playing?
Hansi, no.
Oh.
No, I think he perished.
Did he?
Some kind of a plane incident.
Hot Spring Spas T20 Black Clash in association with Wolfbrook. That's right, it's happening in Tauranga this year. It was Christchurch last year. Beautiful Mount Maunganui, my neck of the woods where I grew up. And this year as well, there is a designated party zone brought to you by the ACC Radio Hodaki and also Export Ultra. It is a beer garden party. 500 tickets only available for that area. So if you want to get one of those, right, head to blackclash.co.nz and sign up to get early access, because those go on sale today, early access.
Oh,
early
is that
bird.
today?
Yeah. And then regular public, general public, tomorrow.
Great stuff, Keyzie.
Blackclash.co.nz.
Hey, just as an added sort of incentive, if you needed one, Mogie's going to be having a spa around that time too.
I am.
By the looks of it. So
Yeah.
if you want to,
I'll be there too.
if you want, if you want to check out, if you want to check out Mogie in the spa in a hot, steamy spa, you'll
And
have to properly.
Keyzie.
Keyzie, yeah. Well, as we were talking about those burnt meat patties.
Okay, so, we have to stop this one here right now. I do not have burnt meat patty nipples. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're just regular nipples, all right? Carry on.
The 2020.
Blackclash.co.nz. We'll see you there Saturday, January 20th. Thanks, guys.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Got a Lincoln Park for you there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, 5:37. Fellas, I have a bit of a conundrum. And it's a genuine one, actually. It's a genuine conundrum. You know my dog?
Roo.
Yeah.
Short for Ruder.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Nah. People think she's called Roo because maybe she bounces,
Oh,
but
like a
she's called
kangaroo.
Roo as in R-O-U-X, as in
Like
a
a
roux
soup.
sauce.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you know, she had a bit of
course she is.
an
She's
injury.
saucy. Have you
Stop
seen
it.
her?
She is. She's hot.
Okay. Is she a dog?
She snapped one of the tendons on the back leg.
Oh,
Yeah,
Justin
which,
Marshall did that, man.
yes, he did.
Kelly's.
Which for a dog is a bit of a nasty kind
Yeah.
of thing to the leg, and so we had to take
It
up.
was no good for Justin Marshall
No,
either, man.
he didn't like it either.
Nearly had to put him down.
But he didn't have to go to the vet.
No.
So he took the vet. The vet said, "Oh, you need to go to a specialist." So he took it to the specialist, and he said basically it's going to cost you X amount of dollars. And can I just say that it wasn't cheap? But that wasn't the problem. What the problem was, he said, but after that, she has to be in a cage for 6 weeks, in a small cage, and not move for 6 weeks.
What breed of dog?
She's a collie.
Right.
So, as you know, she loves to run and run and run. She's never been in a cage in her life. She's never been tied up in her life. And we said, well, there's just no way on God's green earth she will sit in a cage for 6 weeks. It's not going to happen, so we can't do that option. And it's been a really sad kind of story over the last few months where, because she can't run, she's just putting on weight, she's depressed, she's not really interested in walking and stuff. And so my wife and I are having this really intense conversation about it's not looking good. So we took her to the vet the other day and we said, look, this is a situation. She's a dog that loves to run. She can't run. We can't actually fix what's happened to her leg. And we're not quite sure where to go. And so she was like, oh, well, you can do dog physiotherapy. And we were like, oh, that's not really the direction we want to go. And she said, we can also give her injections.
Oh.
And we were like, no, because that we don't really want to go in that direction either.
Oh, the injections make her feel better.
Well, make her feel better, but
Right.
they don't fix the problem. Neither does the physiotherapy. They also can make a custom-made leg brace, but that doesn't fix the problem either. She said you can take it, there's a doggy pool where you can take her swimming. That doesn't fix the problem. And my wife and I were very subtly trying to put in there the whole quality of life kind of argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we kept saying, yeah, but none of these things solve the problem, and she's never really going to be able to run again. So we're just thinking quality of life. You know, she's pretty depressed and unhappy, and, you know what I'm saying
I
here,
hear
fellas?
you. But
Yeah.
so how old is Rue?
8.
8. Is that old for a collie? I don't
Well,
even know.
it's not old. It's just over middle-aged.
Right.
You know, and she said, oh, you know, she's still got a few good years in her. And
But-
it's like, but we don't want to be in a situation where we're literally pouring good money after bad, and actually the problem isn't solved. She still can't run.
Thank you, and that's the thing. If they're offering up these solutions, and that would then guarantee that your dog would be good as gold, then 100% you take it on, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But if it's going to mean that your dog's going to be miserable for another 6 weeks because it's in a cage and it will be able to do even less than she's able to do now, and as you say, is depressed as a result of it. Yeah.
Well, the reality is, if she was in a cage, she'd do herself damage again.
Right.
She'd go mental.
Yeah.
She would go mental. And so it's that question of, how do we say to the vet, we're looking at putting our dog down?
I think you're able to say that.
Right, okay.
I think you're able to say, look, nobody knows this dog better than we do.
Yes.
She has become increasingly depressed over time. The quality of life compared to what she used to have is just gone. And it's a tough call for us, obviously, but have you got a back paddock?
What?
That's a nice way of putting
I
it, because
agree.
you don't want to say any other way.
Yes.
I agree, and because no one finds it harder than you to make that decision.
Yes,
The
yeah.
vets, you're making it even harder for you.
And genuinely, we are really struggling with the decision.
Oh, yeah,
but
man.
she was so sort of caring about the dog, and it was like, I'm going to come across as a brutal son of a bitch if I even put it out there.
I think the issue that they would have is that constantly be having people trying to suggest putting their animals down.
I feel like it would be the opposite.
Really?
I feel like people would constantly be trying to save them, and I feel like almost the vet would be conditioned that way and go, oh, well, I don't want to offend people by saying we can
Maybe.
put it down.
Yes.
I'll actually go and offer all the other solutions that are available to prolong the
Right.
dog's life. I think that's more what would be going on. And if you did actually just come out and say it, they go, oh, thank God, yeah, absolutely.
Well, are
You
there
know,
any,
it's a tough call, man. It's a
Yeah.
member of your family. It's,
she is a member of our family.
I'd be interested. Are there any vets listening?
Oh, nice.
Give us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
That would be good.
That would be good, actually. I'd appreciate it.
Hook you up with something, just out of interest. In the meantime,
Hook me up with something.
not you, the vet that calls on 0800
Oh,
Hodaki.
right, yeah. Can we give them like a night day voucher?
Yeah, man.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, a bit of you too there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. And we were just talking in the previous break about my dog who's got a rather nasty leg injury, and trying to talk to my vet about the possibility of, you know, potentially putting her down because her quality of life has deteriorated so badly. And she gave us other options in terms of, you know, maybe keeping her physio and all that sort of stuff. And that's not the sort of direction we wanted to go in, but we couldn't bring the courage to sort of suggest putting her down. But We've got Sarah on the line, who is a vet nurse. Is that right, Sarah?
Yes, that's correct.
How are you going, Papamoa there? That's lovely. So did you obviously heard what we were saying, Sarah. What's your thoughts on that?
So, I mean, you know your dog.
Yes, we do.
You know your dog, and you know the quality of life, and also you know what you're capable of.
Sure.
And that's the biggest thing is you've got to have the best of both worlds and what you're capable of and what your dog is capable of. And if you're not able to meet, you know, the needs that she has for her quality of life, which is the running and that sort of thing, you've just got to tell the vet what you'd like. We see it all the time.
Oh,
All
you
the time.
do? Yeah, because I was seriously in that. My wife and I were standing there. We were seriously in that situation where we felt like we couldn't say that.
My wife.
Yeah. So we obviously want to keep everything alive as much as possible and give you all the options and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, it's your decision, and we can't refuse you.
Okay.
If you want to go down that path as well. So yeah. Entirely your choice.
We've had a text come in here, Sarah. It says if you're straight on 3483, if you're struggling to get to say the right words to your vet, have you tried bringing in a note from the dog and a box of scorched almonds? do you ever have that sort of thing happen where you can see that the animal is just completely over it?
Oh, absolutely, and that's when we kind of have that kind of push them in the gentle direction.
Yeah, right. And Sarah, one thing I was wondering is, do people more likely come in like Jase and sort of, nudging towards I think we should have the dog put down, or are they more likely to be coming in saying, can you do whatever you can to save my dog?
It really depends on the situation. Like, yeah,
Okay.
In that situation, yeah.
Well, look, Sarah, I appreciate your advice, actually, and I feel like, we're going to have to gird our loins a little bit, and...
I don't know what that means, but sure.
And
just tell them that you've made up your mind and this is the best thing for her, and that's pretty much it.
Well, there you go.
See, well, thanks for that, Sarah.
And we'll make sure we give you something decent, some free stuff, Sarah. Thank you very much for calling in.
Yeah, good on you. I feel depressed now. Yeah, that's the other thing. My wife and I go, but the actuality of it.
Oh, 100%. Doesn't make it any easier, but at least the decision's a little bit clearer. My only concern would be is your dog doesn't listen to the show, does she?
Funny you should say that, because when my wife and I are talking about it with her around, she gives us the weirdest look.
Yeah.
That sort of puppy dog eyes.
Oh, God.
Does she
have a stereo in her kennel or something?
Well, she has the stereo in the lounge where where her bed is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Nirvana there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show. Hey, coming up after 6 o'clock, of course, the results of the Big Show Big Poll, daylight savings, yes or no, and of course, as always, what's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fizzed up for that because Mike and I have got a shared interest now, which is watching Celebrity Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Jase,
great show.
Yeah, no.
You should get into it, man.
Nah, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, the thing about Liz Keyzie, this is like the teeter chat. So it's been there's a recommendation coming from our end. Jase will go the opposite direction with it. You said, do not buy the teeter. Next day, buy the teeter.
Brand new flash teeter. Yeah, true. That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Jase, you should drive home tonight. Don't walk home.
Just on that front. Yeah, I can't. I just can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it?
But what if it was something that you enjoy? I get it, because obviously I don't watch it either.
Yeah.
But what about this? What if we changed it and we named it Celebrity Pleasure Island? Then you'd watch it. There you go.
Now you're talking.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Cure there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Right now it's time for...
The Big Poll.
So good.
Daylight savings, yes or no, was the question, I believe, fellas.
Yeah.
I went 95%.
In favour of yes.
You went 90. 87.
Yeah.
That's right. They're talking about the voting ratio up at the Instagram story. Check it out, Hodaki Big Show. If you don't follow us already, give us a follow. Daylight savings, yes. 71% of New Zealanders say yes.
71.
This thing that's shocking for me is that 30% of New Zealanders say no.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you not like
I
daylight
find
savings?
that utterly bizarre, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is out of it.
Well, maybe there is a really good
Farmers.
reason. Maybe it's farmers.
Maybe farmers.
There are farmers that don't like it, I know that.
We do have a lot of farmers listening to the show, actually.
That is true.
Well, text us in if this is you and just clear it up on 3483 because I'm confused.
I can't think of any particular reason why that would be the case. I can't see the downside.
It does, daylight savings does throw the cows' body clocks right out.
Oh, right.
Well, no, they don't.
It affects their milking and everything like that.
Sure.
Well, if you're a farmer and you usually get up at like 4, does that then mean you get up an hour later than usual? Because the cows are still stuck to the same daylight routine, you know what I mean? They're not running by a clock.
They're by the clock.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, because they have the clock in the cow shed.
Right.
And they're in there twice a day, morning and afternoon, as I understand it.
And so they check the
So they
clock.
check the time then, yeah.
Right,
And they're big fans of breakfast radio.
Breakfast radio, not drive radio?
Yeah. No, not drive. Well, depends when you're milking. Generally, it's in your morning.
Right, okay.
Mind you, sometimes they do it twice a day. They do the morning and the afternoon run.
Yeah.
So there might be some cows that go, hang about. Why isn't the big show on at the
That's
moment?
right.
You know what I mean?
That's why they came up with the milking times in the first place, because you just think you could normally, you bugger it, you just milk them at 8.
Right.
8 and 6. But instead of that, they do 6 and sort of and 4-ish, and that's because all around your breakfast radio, your drive radio.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Because you produce 37% more milk if you listen to the backbones on Radio Hodaki.
Is that a real fact?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fact.
totally.
Wow.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
had so many texts on 3483 with farmers saying that since the big show's been in creation, the milking yield has almost tripled.
Well-
White gold, boys, we've got a gusher.
Well, if there's farmers listening who have friends that don't listen to the big show, they should probably tell them to switch over then for milking purposes.
reckon.
Yeah.
It's something about the tenor of our voices.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
right.
the timbre.
It's probably my voice.
Oh,
I like the nasaliness. Also, fellas, speaking of my voice, tomorrow morning got a
my
fresh...
voice.
That is not the joke. Tomorrow morning, we've got a fresh episode of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast coming out. If you like
boy.
gaming
Yeah.
and you like Keyzie,
Awesome.
give it a search, Extremely Casual Gamers.
Oh, definitely I will.
Thanks, Jase.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, Jed there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Right now it's time for... What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah. Last night I watched not the most recent episode of Celebrity Treasure Island, Jase.
God.
Episode 4 it was. Mm-hmm. And the comedians in it now, they're starting to set up a pretty amazing little sting operation, Jase. You'll love this, mate. Mm-hmm. You're all ears, man.
Sorry?
And so this is where they try and get, this is Eli Mathewson and Courtney Dawson try and get James Musterpick, who is in the other team, to be put into the position of leader so that he will then not put them up into any challenges and they can protect each other. Pretty smart. Worked pretty well. And I think when you're dealing with a leader on your own team who thinks he's having ideas but probably isn't having ideas, it's entertaining. Thoroughly enjoying it. 5 stars.
Really, really good reality TV, and I don't like reality TV. Can I just say... And
You watch a lot of reality TV for a guy who doesn't like reality TV.
I don't watch any of it. I only watch this.
Buzzy Island?
Oh, well, that's not real. Like, I feel like I'm living that reality, you know what I mean? So that's fine. Last night's episode of CTI, right? Celebrity Treasure Island, the one that you're probably going to watch tonight.
Yeah.
Or just soon on TVNZ Plus, is the hardest I have laughed at an episode of any reality TV show. And it's due to, once again, old Captain Awesome on the green team, Jordan Vandermeid, who is having a shocker.
Oh, great.
What he's doing is he's gone on there, and he's, like I said, talented athlete, good presenter, don't know anything about him other than he's taking it way too seriously.
Good-looking man.
Good-looking guy, yeah. He's taking it way too seriously.
Very good looking, Jase. You'd like it.
Pardon? Sorry?
Yeah, he's very good looking.
Oh, okay.
He is like, I think he's kind of ruined, he's massively ruining his reputation, and it is hilarious to watch.
Good stuff.
The very last thing that happens on the show is very, very, very funny.
Excellent.
Can't
Pretty
wait.
Jay, man. What have you been watching, man?
Sorry, fellas. I missed that episode.
We're talking about two different ones.
And the previous 3.
Oh,
And all subsequent series thereof.
just watch this
Sure.
one, Jase. TVNZ Plus, all right?
But when I'm over at the Hits, I'll be sure to watch it. I watched a great movie, actually. A great movie. A Beautiful Behind.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, actually, it's funny, Keyzie. While I was watching it, I was thinking of you and your wife watching it.
Well, I've been meaning to ask you about this. Why do you keep watching these sort of sexy movies and then thinking about me and my wife?
It's not all sex. There's story.
Yeah, okay.
What is the story? What is the plot?
Oh, the plot is basically this mathematical genius.
Yeah.
And he just goes crazier and crazier and just makes love with a lot of people in his little office there.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, and he has like sort of professor glasses and stuff.
Where does the beautiful behind come into it?
Wow, you need to. I don't want to give away the plot and the story.
Right.
You really need to watch it.
Oh, is that the one with Muscle Crowe?
Yeah, maybe.
I thought it was Russell Chode.
Oh, Russell Chode.
Yeah, that's it, Russell Chode.
That's right.
But definitely worth a watch.
Where did you watch that? What platform? Was that Neon or was it Netflix?
It's a private platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So good.
97 minutes, so, it's a good watch.
How much did you watch?
2.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now, have you heard about the Hodaki chips? We've been in collaboration with Heartland. We've created 2 magnificent flavours, Korean fried chicken and garlic bread, and I can tell you they're going great guns, fellas.
Is it?
In fact, no one can find them anywhere. They're going that well.
That's true. They've completely sold out. They're going that well. Is the chicken just the Korean fried chicken? Are the chickens Korean? Is that what we're doing here?
Oh, no. So
they from Korea?
the person who fried the chicken
And how can you tell?
was Korean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Oh, actually, no.
Fried by someone who's Korean as opposed to...
No, I'm just reading here. It's actually the Korean style of frying chicken.
What's that?
I don't know, putting spicy stuff on it.
Well, interestingly enough, the garlic bread was the flavour was made by a Frenchman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who's over here at the moment.
Oh, right.
What's his name?
Pardon?
Mr. Garlic.
Yeah, Pierre Galou.
Really?
Yeah.
Far out. And what's the because you were saying a Korean guy that designed the other flavour, what's his name?
No, I didn't say that. Mogi said that.
Oh,
no, I didn't know. I was just asking, why was it called Korean fried chicken? Now all of a sudden I know. Actually, it was Keyzie.
Yeah, you were the one that actually said that it was a Korean that was actually
here
doing
it is. John.
Oh, it's John. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, we met John.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, you need to buy these chips because you also have a chance of winning.
Did he just say?
You need to buy these chips because it's also your chance to win $5,000.
$5,000. And can I just say that is cash?
Totally, mate.
And once you win the $5,000, you also go on the draw to win $1 million.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Wait, so you win the $5,000 by taking a photo of yourself with a packet of these chips.
With a packet of the chips.
Uploading it to either Instagram and tagging us or hodaki.co.nz. And then somehow that one person is in the draw for $1 million.
In the draw. And you've got a 50-50 chance of winning $1 million. It's either going to be yes or no. I think I know which way it's going to go, but you've got to be in to win.
Yeah.
Right. Because wouldn't we just advertise the $1 million prize rather than the $5 million?
Man, I don't run the competitions. That's up to the experts out there upstairs, man.
Yeah, that's marketing, Keyzie.
It's not our fault if they don't know what they're doing.
I don't wade in those waters, fella.
To me, I feel like you should put the $1 million potential prize right up the front.
Yeah.
So people can see it, not hide it in the T's and C's.
Yeah.
It's hidden in the T's and C's.
Yeah, right.
Have you read the T's and C's?
I haven't.
Yeah, they're hidden in there.
$1
million.
I'll have a look. What was the name of the guy who made the garlic flavour again?
John.
No, that was a Korean fried chicken one.
Oh, Pierre Galou.
Oh, wow.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. We've poured it all out tonight. Mogi off home to be a single dad, mate?
I am, mate. I am. I've only briefly, though. I'll say good night, and then I'm going to a preview screening of Stylebender documentary on Israel Adesanya.
Oh, right. Yeah, nice.
So looking forward to that.
Yeah, great stuff. What are you up to, Keyzie?
Tonight, going home with my wife. Usually I'd have basketball, but it's between seasons.
My wife.
Is that what your teammates told you?
Well,
yeah.
That's apparently for the next 4 weeks. So we're going to have udon noodles and watch Celebrity Treasure Island. And then she'll go to bed and I'll have a small glass of port and play PlayStation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
What about you, Jase?
I'm going to go home and eat. I've realised today that I've really neglected the food front in my life.
I have too, actually.
And so now I'm absolutely starving.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to shove food down my face and then finish it off with a bit of peanut butter on toast probably later in the evening.
What have you actually eaten today? Is it 2 pieces of toast?
A smoothie.
That's it.
Yes. It was a high high density smoothie.
That's not. And have you been to the gym today?
Yes.
What? That is messed up.
So
Maximum results.
I might have to get a few things on the way home too, just to make sure that I don't flake out when I'm driving home.
So
you know what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, make sure you check out our podcast. Make sure you check out our Instagram account. Make sure you buy some Heartland chips. Make sure you tune into the show tomorrow. Until then, see you later.